Where's Pete? Where's Pete? There you are, Pete. It's almost time to tip off the season.
No question, Carter. Carter, I got more plays than Shakespeare, okay? Really excited for the season to start. CBS has almost 300 games. We're not here to hold hands. We're not here to sing Kumbaya. We're not here to listen to Willie Nelson songs. We're here to do work. Let's do this.
Let's do this. From the home of the Hilltoppers, E.A. Diddle Arena in Bowling Green, Kentucky, we tip off the college basketball season on CBS Sports Network with Wichita State from the American against Western Kentucky from Conference USA. With the elusive Pete Gillen, I'm Carter Blackburn, thrilled to be back with you for another great season.
I'm really excited to start the season, Carter. We have two terrific teams with great fan bases. They're very passionate, very emotional. They cry when supermarkets open. It's unbelievable. It's going to be a great game. This is going to be fun.
Western Kentucky, an NCAA tournament team from a season ago. They bring back Don McHenry.
Don McHenry is the leading returning scorer for Western Kentucky. Average 15 points a game. He scores at all three levels, Carter. He can knock down three-point shot, good mid-range game, can get to the rim and finish with either hand. He can take over a game at any time. He's a special point guard. First team All-Conference USA.
Wichita State has 9 seniors, Harlan Beverly among them.
Harlan Beverly is the leader of Wichita State, both on and off the court. He's really a special player. He played at Miami, went to the Final Four 2 years ago. He's a leader. He's a winner. He's got guts. He's got courage. He's a tremendous competitor.
The road to the Final Four leads to San Antonio, but tonight on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports, we begin with the Shockers and the Hilltoppers from Bowling Green, Kentucky. A packed house here at E.A. Diddle Arena for Wichita State, Western Kentucky. The Shockers coached by Paul Mills. Second season at Wichita State, he took Oral Roberts to a Sweet 16. And his starting five tonight features Corey Washington. Justin Hill takes over at point guard, a Georgia transfer. For Western Kentucky, the huge wrinkle, they're without Blaze Keita, their five-man. So Jack Edelin is into the starting lineup for the first time in his Western Kentucky career. Hank Plona, who was an assistant last year to Steve Lutz when they won the Conference USA tournament, now takes over his first year as head coach, his first game as head coach for the Hilltoppers. Spent 8 years at Indian Hills Community College in Iowa. They met last year in Wichita. Western Kentucky went 0 for 21 from three-point, and Wichita State won. So now here they are at the home of the Hilltoppers. We know Western Kentucky wants to play up-tempo.
No question, Carter. Averaged 80 points a game last year.
A turnover on the opening possession of the season for Wichita State. They averaged 12 turnovers a game last year, but they played at a slower tempo, so that was a big number.
That was a big number, yep. Different speed. Right now, it's Western Kentucky with their speed and athleticism, Carter, and Wichita State with their physicality. They're old.
9 seniors, Western Kentucky turns it over. Beverly gets the steal.
Looks like a bakery right now, Carter. A lot of turnovers. Here we go.
Another loose ball. He manages to get on the deck and keep this one in possession for the Shockers. Dijon Cortez, who gets to play off the ball more this year. Into the corner, there's Harlan Beverly, one of those 9 seniors.
Right, that's not his strength. He's more of a slasher, but he does it all. Certainly, he's a terrific player. He's a leader of the team.
Second year as a Shocker after 4 in Miami.
Whoa.
Rejected, foul called on Quincy Ballard, the terrific shot blocker. Ballard, Babacar Faye took it right at him.
One of the best in the country, Carter, as you know. Quincy Ballard. Terrific, up and away. No, not on my watch. Quincy says, take that, but unfortunately got the foul.
74 blocks last year, led the American. Babacar Faye, the senior from Senegal, 2 years at College of Charleston. Everyone around Western Kentucky raves about the effort he put in this offseason improving his game.
Tremendous, really improved. Last year he averaged 7 points a game. In their exhibition game against UAB, he had 20 to lead the team. So really put a lot of work in. He got in the body shop like I did when I was young. Get the pythons going, Carter. You know, so really worked hard. I'm happy for the young man.
Makes both of his free throws.
1-2-2, three-quarter court press by West Kentucky. They're doing that to speed up the tempo. They want a game in the 80s or 90s. Wichita State wants a game in the 70s.
Hill, the Georgia transfer off the window.
Banks are open. Bowling Green, Kentucky.
This is McHenry, who plays point and two, more of a scoring guard for Western Kentucky.
Wichita State is the oldest team in the country, Carter, with minutes played and players. Veteran team.
McHenry kicks, the triple try, won't go from Marshall. Fine tries for the rebound, but Ballard clears it for the Shockers.
Neither team is great at three-point shooting from last season. We'll see if they've improved.
Cortez lost the handle. His big emphasis this offseason was cutting down the turnovers. Nearly got one there. Washington misses badly. Picked up by the Hilltoppers. McHenry runs him into the front court, throws it right to Justin Hill. So back comes Wichita State. Hill high off the window, boarded by McHenry. Phi on the run to the rim, misses off the glass. Fight for the rebound, won by Washington and Wichita State, but that's a travel. That's another turnover, and while we can, let's check out Pete's keys to the game.
Right now, it's a very important what Wichita State wants to pound the glass. Very good rebounding, take care of the rock. No turnovers. West Kentucky pushed the pace. They won the game in the 80s. And locked on D, they want to hold them to 75 points or less.
Just over 2 minutes in, we have 2 turnovers for each team.
First game card at Nerves. Great crowd.
Oh, Marshall, good find for Babacar Phi. He has the first 4 points of the season for Western Kentucky.
Yeah. We said before, Cardi worked hard during the summer, put on some weight. Really a much better player. Senegal's a great basketball country.
Beverly in the corner. Washington has the offensive board. Back up with it. Missed off the window. Cleared finally by Braxton Bayless. Off the bench as a point guard for Western Kentucky. He turns it over. Into the hands of Washington. Shockers run to the front court. Beverly stops. It's partially blocked by Phi. Misses the stick back. Ballard finally finishes.
Whew. Very physical, up-tempo.
Well, the pace is what Western Kentucky wants, but the score favors Wichita State.
Yeah. Both teams are excited. First regular season game.
Phi faces up, gets past Ballard and draws a foul. That'll be number 2 on Quincy Ballard. A huge second foul.
You see, West Kentucky goes in. Phi throwing it down, big fella. Throw it down. Here we go. Again, boom, up, and away.
So Phi to the free throw line after the second foul on Quincy Ballard. So the 5th-year senior shot blocker for Wichita State will have to head to the bench after picking up his second personal. They bring in Mate Boshniak, the senior from Croatia, who was cleared by the NCAA on Friday. And that is huge for Wichita State because they're lacking depth in the front court. Zane Meeks is going to be out for a while with a knee injury. So getting Boshniak, the senior from Croatia, cleared was massive for Wichita State, especially when Ballard gets in foul trouble like this.
Massive. He's from Zagreb, Croatia, as you know, Carter, and I was there many years ago, assistant at Notre Dame. We played in Zagreb. Great basketball country. They love basketball, and Zagreb's one of the best basketball towns in Europe.
Phi gets the first 5 points of the game for Western Kentucky and gets a much-needed break. Steal off the free throw. Bayless, lob ahead, spun in by Christian Lander. A steal into an easy bucket for the Hilltoppers. Washington hits the deck. Hilltoppers on it. Elam reaches in. That's going to be tie up. Possession arrow will give it to Western Kentucky. This is what the Hilltoppers want to be.
Exactly. Their defense gets their offense going. Here we go. Playing a zone press. Got a piece of the ball. Here we go. Push it ahead. All right. Boom. Nice finish inside. So their defense is terrific. Landed with the basket.
4 points off turnovers. So 4 turnovers by Wichita State. 3 early for Western Kentucky. Jack Edelin, the sophomore walk-on in the starting lineup, finds Lander for 3. He was their best three-point shooter a year ago. Wozniak finds Beverly. Beverly is fouled on the floor before the shot. So Babacar Faye off to a hot start for Western Kentucky. We're even at 7 at the first timeout.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
A proud winning tradition for Western Kentucky Hilltopper basketball. They have 48 20-win seasons, 24 NCAA tournament appearances. Last year they won Conference USA as a 3 seed, their first appearance in the NCAA tournament since they won back-to-back in the Sun Belt, 2012 and 2013. So the first Conference USA tournament, although it was their 44th conference championship in Western Kentucky basketball history. And again, Hank Plona was an assistant to Steve Lutz, who left for Oklahoma State after 1 season, but left the program in very good hands.
Hank Plona, had a great career, as you know, Carter, at Indian Hills Junior College, graduate of Providence College, a great basketball school.
Last year, 22 and 12. 12 of those wins were here at home. And look at the company they keep with the most 20-win seasons all time.
Amazing. Blue Bloods. West Kentucky, great tradition, great fan base. They love basketball. Players. Mel Daniels, a great player many years ago. Clem Haskins, another great player. It's a great basketball school. Went to the Final Four, Carter, as you know, a long time ago. Right? Went to the Final Four long time ago, 1971.
There you go.
How about Wichita State? Great basketball tradition there, too. 2013, Greg Marshall took the Shockers to the Final Four.
16 NCAA tournament appearances for Wichita State. The last was 2021. And here's what the American coaches think about Paul Mills. They picked Wichita State 4th in a tough conference, despite no players on the preseason all-conference team. So his fellow coaches think a lot of Paul Mills.
I'm impressed with both these coaches. Paul Mills, as you know, was at Baylor a long time, a school you know very well. Did a great job there. How about his job at Oral Roberts? Right? 2 NCAA tournaments in 6 years. Went to the Sweet 16.
With Max Asmus.
2021, they beat Ohio State, a 2 seed, and Florida, a 7 seed. So 2 excellent young coaches.
Here's Xavier Bell off the bounce for Wichita State. Saw Babacar Faye miss a 3. He's trying to add that to his game this year. DeGray into the corner. The treble is blocked. Faye gets the block in the corner. Swatting Xavier Bell. Babacar Faye is trying to take this game over.
Doing a great job. He's come a long way in a year. Look at this. Offense, defense. Gotta love the intensity of this young man. Babacar Faye from Senegal would love Carter.
He has 5 of their 7 points and a block shot. Mentioned again, Pete, he had 20 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals against a very good UAB team. The team was picked to win the American. That was in Western Kentucky's second exhibition.
Leading scorer. They lost to UAB by about 9 points, 88-79, but he did very, very well.
Lander gets the steal off another shot. Turnover, spans and finishes.
Wow.
Now Paul Mills wanted a travel. That's supposed to be a point of emphasis again for NCAA officiating, but instead it's a bucket to tie it at 9.
Wow.
Off of the 5th Wichita State turnover.
Yeah, well, this game, the picture of this game is not going to go into the Louvre in France, but certainly it's exciting. Physical, tremendous move by Christian Lander. Tremendous move. Spin, terrific. 6'3" graduate student from Evansville, Indiana.
Played 2 years at Indiana. Wozniak has a mismatch in the high post.
Take him, big fella, take him.
So they repost double him. Wozniak kicks out. Hill tries the 3. It puts Wichita State back on top. Second made 3 for the Shockers. Western Kentucky does not have a made 3 yet. In the paint, Colombe finishes. That's Enoch Colombe, the 6th-year senior who played a couple of years at Indian Hills with Hank Plona. Wozniak backing in on 5.
Yep.
Draws the double, kick out. Hill tries another three. Boarded, tapped in, and then it spins out. Nearly tapped in by DeGray. So here's McHenry trying to take Hill off the bounce. Gets the bump, no call.
Bump, play on. Play on.
Justin Hill finds Xavier Bell. Badly missed. Boarded by Lander. Ahead.
Great pass.
Knocks it down. Babacar Fye has 7 of Western Kentucky's 13, and the Hilltoppers back on top.
How about that pass by Christian Lander, Carter? Wow. You said before, transfer from Indiana.
Babacar Fye averaged 7 points per game last year. He scored 7, not even 7 minutes into the season, but a great look from Christian Lander.
Yep. Pushing ahead in the break. Lander with the ball. Babacar Fye running the court. Boom, throw it down. You got to get back down to court, Bosniak. Throw it down, big fella. Wow. Athletic, he's getting stronger. What a future that young man has, Carter.
Came out of the NBA Academy, which has produced a bunch of terrific players from Africa.
Yeah. I coached at Providence. We had a young man from Senegal.
Bosniak fouled from behind by Thetford.
Tunji Sharoye was a good player. Played for us at Providence. We had a real good team, 97. We were fortunate to go to the Elite 8. He was part of that team. Nice pass. No place for the weak at heart, Carter.
Ronnie DeGray, one of those 9 seniors for Wichita State. Now they come from various places transferring in, some 6th year, some 5th year, some 4th year. Ronnie DeGray's a 5th-year player from Parker, Colorado. Played a year at UMass, 2 years at Missouri. He figures to be the 6th man and maybe work his way into the starting 5 for Wichita State.
Carter, everybody goes in the transfer portal.
Why not?
My wife put me in the transfer portal. Nobody claimed me, so I'm back. But once again, that's the world right now. You mentioned before, a couple of players with 4 different schools. One short thing in life has changed.
Despite 5 turnovers by Wichita State early, Shockers lead it by 1. Thetford. Whoa, that's a brick on his first shot as a Hilltopper, the freshman from Memphis. Bosniak wants it. Kicks opposite. A good look, but a missed 3 from McGinnis. And looks like out of bounds off of DeGray to the Hilltoppers.
Neither team shot threes well, Carter, as you know, last season. 33, 34%, so that's not their strength.
Well, dare I say, for Western Kentucky, they went 0 for 21 versus Wichita State last year. Ended a 36-year streak. 1,135 straight games they had made a 3 until that trip to Wichita at the beginning of last year. Steal by DeGray. Euros his way in, gets fouled. Looks like a foul on Jalen Jackson. It'll be his first. Fouls are stacking up for Western Kentucky. That's already 7.
It's a great game for both teams, Carter. You know, once again, it's not pretty because it's so physical and aggressive, but a tremendous test for both squads.
Wichita State just 15 and 19 last year, but they had some quality wins. I mean, they actually won on the road at UAB, won the American tournament. They beat Memphis in the AAC. I mean, that's some quality wins at least to build on in year 1 under Paul Mills. They didn't have a lot to work with.
No question. They're short deck. They beat Richmond, as you know, went to the NIT from the A-10. So I'm impressed with both these young coaches, Carter. Paul Mills, as you know, right, 14 years at Baylor. Right, Scott Drew, right, and then 6 years at Oral Roberts. So it's very impressive. To the Sweet 16 with Oral Roberts. 2021.
6 turnovers for Wichita State, but they still lead it. Fye finds Bayless off the bounce. Bayless into the corner. Good shot fake. McHenry steps back, buries the 3, and fouled. A chance at a 4-point play for the senior from Milwaukee, Don McHenry.
First team preseason, all Conference USA. Fly at the shooter, shot fake, step back, bang. Easy money for Don McHenry.
His senior year of high school, he led Wisconsin in scoring at Milwaukee Academy of Science. He averaged 38 points per game.
Wow.
and yet had to begin his college career at Division II Hawaii Hilo. Went to Indian Hills with Hank Plona, was a JUCO All-American, recruited to Western Kentucky with Plona, All-CUSA last year, preseason All-CUSA this year.
Yep. Great story. It's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Get it back into the hands of Cortez. Played a bunch of point guard last year for Wichita State. His floater won't go. Tip follow won't go. Boarded by Odiahi. Step in three won't go. McHenry tries another one. 4 points early for McHenry off the 4-point play. Cortez finds Bell. Bumped. Bell. This is in tight. Rebound for Thedford.
They're letting them play, Carter, right? They're letting them play.
McHenry off the window. He can finish outside. He can finish inside.
Tremendous player. First team preseason, all conference, USA.
Abakar 5 has 7. McHenry has 4. Lander has 4. That made 3 from McHenry was their first. So no over in this game. Another Wichita State turnover. There's 7. Columbe fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line. The unexpected death of Amir Abdul-Rahim shocked the college basketball world. Abdul-Rahim died unexpectedly in October after complications arose during a medical procedure. Abdul-Rahim was entering his 2nd season at the University of South Florida after a successful tenure at Kennesaw State, where he led the program to its first NCAA tournament appearance in 2023. Amir Abdul-Rahim was 43 years old. He leaves behind his wife and 3 children.
May he rest in peace, Carter. Every day's a gift, every day's a treasure.
Get ready for another epic round of UEFA Champions League coverage of European football's most coveted competition. Begins at 2 Eastern tomorrow and Wednesday, right here on CBS Sports Network, and stream every match live on Paramount+. Western Kentucky leads it by 4 in game number 1 under Hank Plona. 8 years at Indian Hills, 7 times national tournament, including a semifinal appearance last year, an assistant to Steve Lutz, and takes over as Western Kentucky head coach beginning tonight.
Did a great job wherever he's been. He's won. Went to Providence College. He said he was a manager, right, for Tim Welsh, and
it was a camper at your camps, right,
yeah,
Pete?
He was a camper at my camp a long time ago. I met his dad today. He's a wonderful man.
His dad Vince came over to say, somewhere in my house there's a picture of Hank with Pete Gillen.
I know. I look bad then. I look bad now. But no, small world. But I'm happy for him. He's had a great program. Western Kentucky, we talked about what a tremendous basketball tradition they have here. Final Four way back in 1971. Mel Daniels, Clem Haskins, a lot of NITs. Final Four NIT. So great program, tremendous fan base.
This Western Kentucky bunch has forced Wichita State into 7 early turnovers. I mean, that was the main emphasis for the Shockers this season, was cutting down on costly turnovers. I visited with Paul Mills. He knew they absolutely couldn't turn it over into the hands of Western Kentucky tonight. That's exactly what's happened in the first 9+ minutes of the season.
That's why they recruited Justin Hill, the point guard, transferred from Georgia, Longwood, then Georgia. But right now they're having the same problem they had last year. Too many turnovers, but credit the defense by Western Kentucky.
An 8-0 run. Beverly bumps. That's an offensive foul. Charge called on Harlan Beverly.
It's the toughest call in the game, Carter. Block charge. Here we go on the bounce. Yep, he dipped his shoulder. Good call. I thought it was a good call. Dipped his shoulder into him. It's a tough call, the block charge call.
So that's turnover number 8. Wichita State has gone over 4 minutes without a field goal. It's an 8-0 run by Western Kentucky.
Yep.
Lander stepped on the sideline. That's turnover for Western Kentucky. Turnover number 5 by the Hilltoppers.
And Western Kentucky had a lot of problem with turnovers too. Went to the NCAA tournament, as you know. Played Marquette. Had 18 turnovers against Marquette. Marquette got 21 points. So both these teams had trouble last year taking care of the basketball. Right now, the Shockers having that same difficulty.
Although in that NCAA tournament game, they were the 15 seed, up by 7 at the half. Then they gave up 51 second half points to Marquette. On the baseline, it won't go for DeGray. The slump continues for Wichita State. Bayless off the bounce, swatted from behind by DeGray. Run down by 5. Lander spins out, boarded by Boshniak.
Boshniak looks a little timid, Carter, when he gets the ball inside. He's just adjusting. Nice move.
That's a tough floater.
Yeah, he's a terrific player. Jean Cortez, he's their most emotional player, Carter. Transferred from Oklahoma.
McHenry, that's another nice floater from McHenry. He has 8 to lead all scorers in the game. Had 25 points in the Conference USA title game win over Utah. A 3-try from Boshniak, boarded by Bayless. Niagara transfer finds McHenry in transition. Who lays it in from behind. Good look from McHenry. Phi has 9 points, and Western Kentucky has an 8-point edge. We step aside for 30 seconds. This is McHenry to Babacar 5 for another bucket for the big man from Senegal.
Tremendous penetration. Bosniak just froze. Little drop pass. Big man, finish it.
Well, the big question about Babacar 5 may be the pronunciation of his last name. If you're wondering, last year Babacar 5 was listed Babacar Fa. Then he went to the sports information staff and said, no, it's actually Phi. They pronounce it Faye here at the arena, but Hank Plona talked to Babacar today and said, what do you want Carter and Pete to say? He said Phi. So we are sticking with Babacar Phi, who gets another well-reserved rest. With 9 points, nearly another turnover. It's out of bounds, touched by the Hilltoppers, by Bayless. Wichita State keeps.
Last year, as you know, Carter, Wichita State won the game. Right, in Wichita, 71-61, and they were more physical, more aggressive. Looks like tonight, early on, Western Kentucky's a little more physical, a little more aggressive.
Wichita State turned it over 19 times in that game and won with all the missed threes from Western Kentucky. That's a nice move from Corey Washington, the junior from Little Rock.
Transfer from St. Peter's, first team All-MAC last year. Only a sophomore last year.
Into the high post for Odiahi. Missed 3 on the wing from Marshall. Hill back into the game to run point. And a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. Georgia finds Beverly for 3. Spins it in off a good look from Justin Hill.
He's a big key, as you know, to this game, Justin Hill. He's got to calm things down. He's the point guard.
3 made threes for Wichita State. That's what's kept him in it.
Last year they made just under 7, so they didn't make many last year.
Marshall fouled by Corey Washington. Tyrone Marshall Jr. will head to the free throw line. Western Kentucky up by 3 as we tip off the season on CBS Sports Network. Well, all of Conference USA knew what Western Kentucky had coming back with Don McHenry and Tyrone Marshall Jr., so they were both preseason All-Conference USA. Marshall, the 5th-year senior from Nashville, McHenry, the senior from Milwaukee. The way Babacar Phi is beginning his season, he is an early contender for a 3rd All-CUSA player.
Really worked hard during the summer. Only averaged 7 points a game last season. He's doing it offensively, defensively, running the court, attacking the basket. Tremendous. Little guy to the big fella. Let the big dog eat. Get him the ball.
9 points, 1 rebound, 1 blocked shot for the senior from Senegal who played 2 years at College of Charleston. And he's also 3 for 4 from the free throw line. And a reason for smiles from Babacar Phi. And now it'll be Tyrone Marshall Jr. to the free throw line. He made 4 threes versus Marquette. 21 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Again, Western Kentucky won CUSA as the 3 seed in Conference USA. So they got a 15 seed in the NCAA tournament and put a real scare into Marquette.
He did. At halftime, he had 17 points at half, Carter. Wound up with 21, as you know. The Warrior.
More backcourt pressure from Western Kentucky. Yeah, they've already forced 8 turnovers by Wichita State.
Their defense is getting their offense going.
Hill attacks.
Nice
Off the window. There's Justin Hill. Pete, you said he has to play better.
He's got to play well. I think he's a big key to the game for the Shockers. Played at Georgia. Started a bunch of games there.
Before that, 2 years at Longwood. First team all Big South.
Yep. He's got 1,367 career points. Forget about it. A guy like him might still be coaching. That's unbelievable.
Jack Edelin, who got his first career start tonight, back into the game. This is off the window, boarded by Hill.
The Shockers are hanging in there. Got to give them credit. Tough environment.
Beverly off the bounce, stripped by Marshall, out of bounds. CBS Sports recognizes Native American Heritage Month, a time to embrace tribal identity and celebrate the history, customs, and legacy of the nation's original citizens. Carter Blackburn, Pete Gillen, our producer Joel Katay, director Chris Glass from EA Diddle Arena, and it is a packed house to see the Hilltoppers and the Shockers.
Yep. Great opening game for both teams, Carter. When I coached, we didn't play openers like this.
Yeah, this is not Pete Gillen's schedule.
No, I played teams with no necks, no uniforms, no basketballs with air in them. Just trying to get a W. You know, it's a jungle out there, Carter.
Well, Paul Mills, Wichita State head coach, said, are we tough enough to win on the road? That's why he scheduled this one to begin the season.
Much smarter than me. Now, Paul Mills, tremendous coach. Every little detail is important for him, Carter. The late, great John Wood was that way. You know what I mean? Just little details. Everything's important. Do the little things are the big things.
Halambe dumps it off for 5. Bosniak cuts him off, so Fine needs help. Throws to the corner. McHenry for 3. Spins out and gets his own rebound following the miss. Columbi nails a 3. What a play by McHenry to get the offensive board and set it out for Enoch Columbi.
Big 3. Rebound is hard work and grit.
Washington down the baseline, turns it over. Number 10 for Wichita State. McHenry's, that was blocked. Washington got a piece of it. Shockers bring it back. Beverly, kick out, Justin Hill. Hits the 3. Nice look from Beverly in transition.
Yep. Hill's got to take over. He's got to calm the waters, calm down the Shockers.
McHenry trying to take Hill off the bounce. Misses again, boarded by Washington. Despite all the turnovers, the Shockers, that was punched out of bounds. Wichita State ball.
Yep. Back to basket, good hands by the Hilltoppers. Penetrate, here we go. Kicking it, good hustle, good rebound. Way downtown, heck of a shot. Columbi with a 3. Pick it out. Hill, downtown, money. Good play. You need a point guard, Carter. One of the most important positions on the court, like the quarterback in football, pitcher in baseball.
Ironic, Wichita State not a great three-point shooting team, but they're 4 of 9. That's kept them in the game.
Yep, that's much better than usual for them. They should have shot 33% from downtown.
If you looked at last year's numbers and said Wichita State would be shooting better 3-point, turning over 10 points, and still only be down 3.
You got to be thrilled, yeah.
Back to 1941, you see Wichita State has won the last 3, including last year in Wichita with the 0 for 21 from 3 points.
You mentioned that before, yeah, it's unbelievable.
Corey Washington gets the front end.
Yep.
As Wichita State's now in the bonus.
Little Rock, Arkansas. Went to St. Peter's. Was there for first team All-League, which is terrific. Went to the NCAA tournament.
Now that's what Paul Mills talked about, the experience, the winning on this team from the transfers like Corey Washington, like Harlan Beverly, Final Four in Miami. Says experience, quote, that's great. 9 seniors from all around college basketball.
Yep.
5 faces up, draws a foul on Bosniak. It's a 1-and-1 as both teams are in the bonus.
Have to commend Paul Mills from Wichita State playing a tough game like this, sellout crowd, first game with some new players caught. That's guts, that's courage. But he's going to learn a lot. Win or lose, he's going to learn a lot. A tremendous young coach.
The irony with Paul Mills and the turnovers for Oral Roberts, 3 years. They had the fewest turnovers in the NCAA. So again, 12 a game last year for Wichita State, but they didn't play high tempo, so that was too many.
Yeah.
And already 10 turnovers in this one.
No. Good nugget card. You're right. Yeah, so it's really bothering him. Here's a transfer portal. Justin Hill from Georgia, SEC, Arizona State. Meeks only played 5 games last year with an ankle injury at Arizona State.
He's out now with a knee injury as Babacar Fai gets them both. 11 first half points for Fai. And 5 of them from the free throw line. He's 5 for 6 from the strike.
Yeah, West Kentucky stays in there. 1-2-2, 3/4 court zone press. Back to man defense.
Cortez off the screen from Bosniak. Hill bobbles. 5 to play in the first half. Hill takes the 3. Shot clock winding down. Cortez, step back in the paint. Rebound from Fai. He ripped it away from Bosniak.
Yeah, in the weight room, in the body shop.
Bayless off the bench to play point. Misses badly. Washington the board. Bosniak back to Beverly down the baseline. Kick out. Cortez for 3. Bosniak keeps it alive. Fai runs it down. Spins in midcourt. Babacar Fai in the paint. Draws the foul. He is doing it all for Western Kentucky.
How about that? Big Hilltopper. Goes rebound, runs out. Look, spin. Forget about it. Nice move, big guy. Attack the basket. Foul by Cortez. 2 free throws for Babacar Fai.
And worth repeating, he averaged 7.5 points per game last year. Now, he only played 19 minutes per game. They managed his minutes in his first year as a Hilltopper. When you're playing up and down, you have to manage a big man's minutes. But a tremendous offseason, and it is paying off early. Now 12 first half points for the senior from Senegal.
No question. We talked before about it. He played exhibition game against UAB. He went to the NCAA tournament. He had 20 points against UAB. So he's for real.
Maybe the biggest number for Babacar Fai in this game is 0 fouls, because they were very concerned about foul trouble. They're without Blaze Keita, who would be the starting center. He is out with a knee. They don't expect him to be out long, but that means Fai's going to have to play bigger minutes and stay out of foul trouble. So far, he has.
Yeah. Got to credit Wichita State hanging in there in this tough environment. First game on the road.
Hill, 3.
Whoa!
That's the 5th. Made 3 in the first half for Wichita State, keeping him within 1.
Hill, he's the glue. The cream in the coffee, salt in the stew, cream cheese on the bagel. He's the guy.
10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists for Justin Hill in his first game as a Shocker. Christian Lander. Bosniak has the rebound for the Shockers, and Wichita State has a chance to take the lead. Hill keeps the dribble alive in the paint, kicks out. Beverly.
Oh, halfway down.
Boarded by Bayless.
That was Hill creating that shot, Carter.
Bayless cut off by Hill. He turns it over into the hands of Bell. Running the floor, Beverly. Finish. Another chance to take the lead, squandered by Wichita State. Fai on the attack. Rejected by Ronnie DeGray III. Hilltoppers hang on to a 1-point lead.
It's all about the transfer portal. Justin Hill comes from Georgia. They needed a point guard. Carter last year to 15 and 19, 5 and 13 in conference. They got him. Hill from way downtown. The Shockers are climbing the hill, and Justin Hill's helping them. Got a great one here in Bowling Green.
Coming up on AT&T at the half, Brent Stover will take a look back at the Huskies' Final Four game against Alabama from UConn Confidential back-to-back. And Pete and I will take a look at our first half highlights and stats. That's all coming up on AT&T at the half. Big Red pleased with a 1-point lead for Western Kentucky on Wichita State, but The Shockers are hanging tough. Paul Mills, the Houston, Texas native, 14 years with Scott Drew at Baylor, then 6 years head coach at Oral Roberts, highlighted by the 2021 Sweet 16. They was the Summit that year, was a 4 seed. Takes over Wichita State. I mean, the roster was down, and again, 5 American Athletic Conference wins a season ago. Justin Hill, the biggest addition, and they're picked 4th in the American this season.
He's done a fabulous job. Wichita State, great. Yeah, last year on the road, 2-10 Carter, but once again, you said it had a short deck, didn't have much to work with. Did a fabulous job last year, doing a great job here. He really goes under specifics, magnifying glass. The little things are the big things for him. They're hanging around.
Phi throws it out to Lander. Western Kentucky only won for its last 9. McHenry tries to change that with a triple. Don McHenry. That is Bell in tight. Let's go back to that McHenry 3.
Yep. Penetrate, Lander penetrates. You got to play him. He's on fire. McHenry does it on all 3 levels, Carter. 37% from downtown last season. McHenry, terrific player.
12 first-half points from Phi. That's the surprise. 11 first-half points from McHenry. That's almost expected this year.
Yep. Preseason, first-team All-Conference USA, as we mentioned before.
Bell hits another 3. That is 6 made threes in the first half, and Wichita State still only down 1.
Hanging around, the Shockers. No.
Foul. McHenry will head to the free throw line. So 15 points a game for Don McHenry, but he also played point a lot last year. They want to play him a little more off the ball as a scoring 2 this year.
Yeah, he can play both positions. You say 46%, 3rd in the conference, and 15, 4th scoring. Tremendous player. Played in the SEC for 2 years at Georgia. You mentioned before, Longwood before that. 5th-year guy.
That foul was on Beverly, his 2nd. So there's foul trouble now for Wichita State, not only from Quincy Ballard, who went out with 2 early fouls, but Xavier Bell has 2 and Harlan Beverly has 2. Henry now 12 first-half points. 12 made free throws in the first half for Western Kentucky. They're getting to the strike.
You're attacking, yep. When I coached Carter, if somebody had 2, I usually kept them in. It depended on the player and the situation, but you warn them, hey, be smart. You want to be the richest guy in the graveyard. You know, take him out. You want him to play.
But Henry gets 2 of 3, 13 points in the game.
Yep. Some players can play with 2 fouls, some can't. Wow.
Bell gets it across. Jalen Jackson is an excellent defender for Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
Really got one in the backcourt there. Beverly down the baseline. Jackson gets the rejection right on cue. Bosniak gets it back. Bosniak draws the double. Kick out, another triple. That one's short. Rebounded by Odiahi, the senior from Ireland. Jalen Jackson, the 6th-year senior from San Antonio, drops it off to McHenry. Halambe. Don't have Phi in the game right now. So smaller. Odiahi playing the 5. That's a turnover by Jackson. Cortez gets on the deck. Now it's going to be a tie-up called Wichita State ball, and the officials will separate the Shockers and the Hilltoppers at the bottom of that pile. Still some pushing, even with the officials right on top of them.
Yeah, no, both teams very physical, very aggressive. 2 hard-nosed teams.
It is Shocker basketball on the alternating possession.
Yep. West Kentucky picked #1 Conference USA preseason. Wichita State 4th in the American Athletic Conference. 2 terrific conferences. Excuse me, 2nd.
Hill off the screen from Bosniak. Bell down the baseline, cut off. Bosniak, the senior from Croatia.
Yeah.
Another double. Another triple try from Bell. It's the 7th made 3 of the first half, and even at 38.
Last year, they didn't even average 7 a game, Claude, just under.
2 made threes for Bell. Colombe cut off. Banging with the Gray in the post.
2 physical players.
Wichita State's D'ing it up right now. Shot clock inside of 5. So McHenry launches a deep 3. Rebound out of bounds. Wichita State ball. Thedford going for the offensive rebound. Nearly had it.
It's a big game. Would be a giant win, whichever team comes out on top.
And Wichita State had only 2 road wins last year, but one of them at UAB, who went on to win the American tournament, go to the NCAA tournament. UAB's the preseason pick to win the American this year. The 7 made threes by Wichita State has negated the 10 first half turnovers.
Exactly. And Wichita State finished strong. They beat Rice in the postseason tournament. They beat Memphis, very talented team in the postseason. So Wichita State's coming up in good hands with Paul Mills.
Hill, floater,
oh!
and one. Hill finishes and heads to the free throw line. Count the bucket. Justin Hill has 15 with a chance at another one.
Justin Hill, more moves than a can of worms. Shake it and bake, excuse me. Oh, hangs in the air. Nice finish. Possible three-point play for the young man from Houston, Texas.
Justin Hill's season high for Georgia last year was 21 at Wake Forest.
Wow.
He has 15 in the first half, his first game as a Shocker. Still 15. But Wichita State takes the lead. Bayless crossover. Nice move. Bayless tries it for 5. Turnaround won't go. Rebounded. The Shockers are playing with some energy to close this half. 2-second differential, so Hill is in no rush right now for Wichita State.
I would run a high pick and roll with Justin Hill, who's on fire, and the big guy, Mate Bashniak from Croatia.
Now they get the action going as the shot clock winds under 10. Kick to the corner. Triple from McGinnis. He buries it. 8 made threes in the first half. Wichita State leads it by 5. Bayless heave won't go. And Wichita State, despite 10 first half turnovers, has a 5-point lead at the break. The 8 made 3 of the first half.
Nice set play. Good screen from way downtown. Bottom. They're on fire from three-point land. McGinnis with the 3.
A.J. McGinnis hits the latest 3. So 43-38 at the break. Wichita State on the road here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, with the edge on the Hilltoppers. After the break, we'll send you to Britt Stover in New York with AT&T at the half. You're watching college basketball on CBS Sports Network. Wichita State's been to 2 Final Fours, 1965 and 2013. Western Kentucky, the Final Four in 1971. It would be surprising if either the Shockers or the Hilltoppers were the Final Four in San Antonio this year, but it would not be a surprise if there is a Big 12 team or 2 or maybe 3 in the Final Four. Pete, right now you have Kansas and Iowa State making the Final Four.
For sure. Kansas with Hunter Dickinson, the big guy, DeJuan Harris, a point guard. Gonzaga, Ryan Nembhard, Graham Ike, the big guy, transfer from Wyoming. Iowa State, Tammin Lipsey, Keyshawn Gilbert, 2 great guards. In Alabama, Mark Sears, I think first-team All-American. Grant Nelson, a nice wing. So those are my picks. Kansas, Gonzaga, Iowa State, and Alabama. Once again, it's kind of early, Carter, but I'm going with that. I'm sticking with it.
So some notes on the top 25. Half of the top 10 is from the Big 12. 9 SEC teams and the top 25. And here's maybe the strangest one. 6 teams who didn't make the tournament last year are in the preseason top 25.
Wow.
Highlighted by Arkansas at 16.
John Calipari came over from Kentucky, as you know, of course. But once again, with the transfer portal, you get rich quickly. You can really reload. And that's it's all about now. Transfer portal.
Well, Justin Hill spent his first 2 years at Longwood, then 2 years at Georgia. He was 3rd in the SEC in assists last year, 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. But the 5th-year senior from Houston, first year with the Wichita State Shockers, and the early returns are excellent Well, that impact transfer for the Shockers. One of 9 seniors on this roster, a reason why they're picked 4th in the American. Western Kentucky picked 2nd behind Louisiana Tech in Conference USA.
Big key, Carter, as we talked about in the past, the first 5 minutes of the second half is crucial.
Attacks, head dunks it down. A statement to begin the second half. 14 points in the game now for Babacar 5.
He came at that basket with venom.
Marshall knocks it out of bounds. Shockers keep it.
Here we go. Babacar 5, up and away with Senegal from low. Send it home, big guy. Whoa. The weight room's been good to him.
No question out of halftime where they wanted to go with the ball, and then Phi deflects that pass, sending the Hilltoppers on the run. Marshall into the hands of Elon. The walk-on started tonight, starts the second half. A great look from Bayless. First 4 points of the second half come from Babacar 5.
Carter, it's Babacar 5's world, and we're just passing through it. It's on a roll. His high last year was 15.
Wow. So already his high as a Hilltopper. Hill rattles home the 3. Somehow it drops for Justin Hill.
How about this for a first game? Great learning experience of both teams. Big victory, whoever comes out on top.
18 for Hill, 16 for Phi, 13 for McHenry. Phi trying to go with Quincy Ballard, who has 2 personal fouls. He's at the last 16:41. McHenry finds Phi again. He has the first 6 points of the second half.
Okay.
Hill gets past Edlin, who strips it from behind. Lost it out of bounds. Nice strip from Edlin.
Babacar 5's on fire. Nice dump down. Throw it home, big guy. High percentage shot. Babacar 5. Pick and roll. Throw it up to the moon. McHenry to Babacar 5. History.
Nearly got a steal on the inbounds play for Wichita State, too. Hill turns the corner on McHenry. Cut off, finds Beverly for 3. Off the window.
Not his strength. Beverly's a very good player, but three-point shooting's not his best attribute.
McHenry attacks. Off the window, rolls out. Cortez the board. Dijon Cortez runs it to Beverly in the front court around Phi. He bothered the shot, didn't block it, but bothered it. Bayless brings it back. Bayless attacks. Bayless rejected by Ballard. Into the corner, the 3 rattles home for McHenry. Ballard gets the block, but McHenry recovers. Western Kentucky on top.
Yep.
And now a turnover by the Shockers gives it right back to the Hilltoppers.
Yep. Nice penetration. Good block. Check it out. McHenry from downtown. The tempo, Carter, I feel favors Western Kentucky. They want to get in the game in the 80s. Which I say can play that way, but they're more comfortable in a medium pace. A little bit up-tempo, but not rat race.
Western Kentucky averaged 80 a game last year, their highest scoring in 29 years.
Yep.
McHenry dumps it off. Marshall. Rebound into the hands of Washington, kept alive by Ballard. They trap Washington as soon as he gets across half court. Ballard gets it back to him, and Washington on the run.
Yep.
Shockers back on top.
Washington transfer from St. Peter's College in the MAC Conference from New Jersey.
McHenry, nice hesitation move, finish, and a foul. Number 3 on Ballard. And McHenry finishes again. That's now 18 for McHenry.
Don McHenry, shake and bake, stop and go. Oh, flies by his man. Left Washington in the Dutch. Nice finish. Stop and go. Washington stands up, goes by him like the wind. Shoots it over. Ballard, possible and 1.
So Western Kentucky has gotten the shot blocker Quincy Ballard in foul trouble to begin the game. He picked up 2 in the first 3 minutes. And now at the 16:49 mark of the second half, Ballard exits the game again. Bosniak will have to play huge minutes again in the second half with Ballard on the bench.
Exactly. Mate Bosniak, big part of it now. For the shot.
Nearly got the steal. Hill. We got a clock issue. So quickly to check. Stephen Orcus, Roderick Dixon, Blake Harris, our officiating crew tonight. Just a couple seconds off the shot clock. That was the issue. Ballard has 3 on the bench for Wichita State.
Yeah. Can't sit too long. Got to protect him.
Bell. Floater off the window. Nice move from Xavier Bell, 5th-year senior from Wichita. Had a couple years at Drexel and back to Wichita. Play for the Shockers. McHenry tries another 3. Boarded by Xavier Bell. Bell off the window again.
Nice finish.
Back-to-back buckets. Wichita State on top.
Xavier Bell with a nice finish.
Tyrone Marshall Jr. gives it up to 5. Guarded by Boshniak now with a shot blocker. Ballard out. 5 with another terrific finish. 20 for Babakar 5. Beverly off the bounce, takes a bump. That is a travel called by D'ing it up on both ends. Huge for Babakar 5. 20 in the game.
Babakar 5, get to the big guy. Let the big dog eat. Shake it, bakes, nice spin. Look at, he likes it, the big fella. Look at the head. Oh, yeah, he likes it. From Senegal, with love.
Last year, Wichita State averaged 6.5 made threes a game. Tonight, game 1 of the new season, well, it's a new start. 9 made threes already.
Nice penetrate from way downtown. Beverly with the 3, number 20. Kick it in, kick it out. Wow, Justin Hill. Easy money for the young man, transfer from Georgia. Big fella, kick it out. Dang, knocking it down. Xavier Hill. Xavier Bell.
Last year, 33% from 3. Tonight, 9 for 18. Now, you get a big boost when Justin Hill now has gone 4 for 5 from 3 points. So Paul Mills' big question was why they scheduled this game. Are we tough enough to win on the road? The 9 made threes keeps you in the game. We barely talked about their turnovers, which is now up to 13, and yet even at 52 on the road.
It's amazing. That's a lot of turnovers on the road, Carter. And West Kentucky turned that into 13 points.
McHenry turns the corner, cut off by Boshniak. McHenry has 19. In the paint, McHenry dumps it off by, misses at the rim. Boshniak boards it, but turns it over. Number 14 for Wichita State.
McHenry goes in, dumps it to Babakar 5. I think he got him on the arm. Yeah, I think so. You're right. Our producer, Joe Katay, the great American, saw that.
McHenry nearly got it picked by Hill. McHenry to 5 in the paint. That is we're going to question whether to count the bucket or not. Foul is called. Count it.
Nice penetration, Babakar 5. A little step through. It's bumped with the body. The rim was kind to him, nice and soft. Step in. Jalen, yep. Wow.
Already his Hilltopper high, and that would have been a career high for Babakar 5.
2-2-1, three-quarter zone press by West Kentucky. They're doing that. They want to speed the tempo. They want a game in the 80s.
Boshniak offensive board. Kick out. Bell fires another 3 for Wichita State. The 10th made 3 of the game. Shockers back on top.
Nice pass by Justin Hill. He could shot the ball. One more pass. Knocked it down.
Bayless Colombe facing up on Bosniak. Colombe kicks it out. Shot clock at 7. Christian Lander, the 5th-year senior. Got a mismatch, Bosniak, but then he lost the handle. Now Bosniak swats it out of bounds. It will be a shot clock violation. Great defense by Wichita State.
Yep. Got to share the sugar. The Shockers do a good job. Kick it in, kick it out, and one. Justin Hill, one more. Way downtown, bang. Nice jump shot in the corner by Xavier Bell. Xavier Bell.
Wichita State has 11 turnovers, Western Kentucky 9. That's another surprising number from this game.
Yeah. Both teams very physical, very aggressive early in the season. Still learning each other.
Bell D'd up by McHenry. Finds DeGray, fires another 3. 11 made threes in the game for Wichita State and a 4-point lead on the road.
Wichita State's the oldest team in the country, Carter, as far as starts and minutes played in the past. Veteran team. They're hanging in a tough environment.
Bai takes the bump. That's, well, let's see if that's shooting around the floor. That's a question coming. 2 shots.
Penetration. Kick it out. Nice skip pass. Way downtown. Knocked it down. Knocked down to 3. Ronnie DeGray to 3rd.
Second foul on Bosniak. Ballard already has 3, so lack of big man depth for Wichita State. Zane Meeks is out with an injury. So, I mean, Western Kentucky's done a good job of exploiting that mismatch, especially with Babacar Faye, who now has 23 points, a new career high.
Yep. A ton of points in the paint. Western Kentucky's doing a nice job scoring inside.
Amazingly, points in the paint is plus 16
for
Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yet they trail.
Yeah. Zone 2-3 zone by Western Kentucky. They're doing that because right now Wichita State's doing a good job getting to the rim, penetrating off the bounce.
So Hill fires a 3 over the zone. And a foul. DeGray fouled on the stick back. So Ronnie DeGray goes to get the offensive board and earned a trip to the free throw line.
DeGray, the 3rd, does a great job. Offensive glass.
Wichita State's season high for made threes last year was 14. They have 11 already in game number 1 of the new season. DeGray misses the first of 2. And here's where we point out, Shocker fans don't need to know this. They had several games that slipped away because of lack of clutch free throw shooting for Wichita State last year. They shot 70% from the line, which is not great, but a lot of missed free throws, including a loss at Memphis that slipped away.
Yeah, free throws win a lot of games. Not pretty. You don't get a lot of recognition, but they help you win.
DeGray misses them both, and then he compounds it by fouling from behind. So DeGray misses 2 and then fouls. And that's his 2nd. 14 made threes versus Rice, the season high last year for Wichita State. On the road, 11 for 21 from 3 against Western Kentucky.
That's amazing, because Western Kentucky's very aggressive. They play physical, aggressive man defense.
I mean, really, Hank Plona was worried about points in the paint for Wichita State.
Yeah.
I think strategy-wise, you would like to turn Wichita State into a 3-point shooting team. You just don't expect them to make them at this clip, right?
No, as you mentioned, Card, only 33% last year, right? And the best 3-point shooter is gone, as you know. He transferred to Memphis. Rogers, he made 99 3-points he made, so they lose the best 3-point shooter. All right, so that was a giant loss, but they bring a young man named Justin Hill. He's doing a nice job knocking down threes and creating shots for other people.
That's the first time we've mentioned Colby Rogers. Transfers to rival school in the conference. McHenry blocked by McKinnis. Follows it up. McHenry on top 2. Back within a point. McHenry now has 21 in the game. Bell guarded by McHenry. Ballard back in the game with 3 personals. Ballard gets it in the paint, attacks and dunks. Statement off the bench for Quincy Ballard.
Ballard throwing it down, big fella. He sees Babacar 5 doing great cards. He says, hey, I'm pretty good too. Give me the rock.
McHenry, Colombe. Marshall attacks. He stepped out of bounds. Marshall turnover. Let's go back to Ballard's dunk.
Penetrate, nice pass. Quincy Ballard, transfer from Florida State. Syracuse, New York, Carter. Well, you went to school and had a great education there. Communication.
Ballard last year shot 72% from the floor, nearly all of them dunks. That's how you shoot 72%. That was a Wichita State record.
Led the league, yep. Led the American Athletic Conference. Field goal percentage, God, 100% right.
Timeout coming on the next dead ball as Wichita State attacks. That is foul called. We'll take a look when we come back. Shockers by 3. Wichita State 60-57 at Western Kentucky. College hoops on CBS Sports Network continues Wednesday at 7 Eastern with a battle between Villanova and Columbia. The Lions seeking their first Ivy League title this year since 1968. Meanwhile, Villanova picked 7th in the Big East. Blair Thompson, the impact player for Columbia. Eric Dixon comes back for Villanova. This feels like a very important season for Kyle Neptune and Villanova basketball.
Exactly. He's following a legend, Jay Wright, 2 national titles. Last 2 years, didn't play in the Big Dance, so, yeah, it's a big year for Villanova.
They were 10-10 in the Big East each of the last 2 seasons. Wichita State has 16 NCAA tournament appearances in its history. Western Kentucky, 24. They went 11 seasons without one. Heartbreak year after year in the Conference USA title game. Steve Lutz finally breaks through in his first year as Western Kentucky head coach. Off to Oklahoma State. Hands it over to Hank Plona. By the way, Oklahoma State tonight opens up with our former colleague Doug Gottlieb and Wisconsin Green Bay in a return trip for Doug back to Stillwater.
Yeah, Doug, good player. Good point guard.
Wichita State 9 for 13 from the stripe, extending the lead back to 5. 5 spins. Window can't finish. Boarded by DeGray.
What a great move for a 6'8" big man Carter. Spin in the lane.
Bell fires another 3. Misses badly. Boarded by McHenry. Colombe into the front court. Gets to the rim. Can't finish. And then follows his miss and gets fouled. It is on Xavier Bell. That is his 3rd personal. So Ballard and Bell both have 3 for the Shockers. Colombe, the senior from Quebec, was huge in their Conference USA tournament win over New Mexico. Had 12 and 8 off the bench. And he figures to play a much bigger role this year for Western Kentucky.
Yep, no, very good player. No question about it, Carter.
Off the bench tonight, 8 points, 2 rebounds. Western Kentucky's hitting the free throws, 17 for 22 from the stripe.
Yep. 1 possession game. 2-3 zone again by Western Kentucky. Like to change defenses, make the people think.
Hill finds Bell on the wing. He attacks over 5 off the window.
Wow. Xavier Bell penetrate. Take zone. Take that zone.
17 now for Bell. Marshall tries a 3. Brick into the hands of DeGray.
Marshall's a good player. Hasn't touched it much. Bad shot selection that time.
Hill takes it on by again. They're going right at Babacar 5. 20 in the game now for Justin Hill. Turnover by Western Kentucky. Hill on the run, attacks, lost it. It was bothered by Lander. Tough tumble on the stanchion.
Okay.
You hope that DeGray is okay. Boy, he went hard into the stanchion.
Yep.
He has played hard.
Yeah, he's competitive. Attacking the basket. Justin Hill. Yep. Went for the rebound, just crashed into the stanchion.
A 7-point edge for Wichita State as we check on Ronnie DeGray III. Wichita State has its largest lead of the night, up by 7 on the road at Western Kentucky. One of the most unselfish stories in college basketball this season. Harlan Beverly giving up his scholarship so that Mate Bosniak would have a scholarship and be eligible this year. Beverly said, I understand how helpful college can be. If I can help someone else get a full ride scholarship like one of my teammates, then I don't mind being the one to sacrifice when it's beneficial to our team. So the 6th-year senior is officially a walk-on this year for Wichita State.
And he's arguably the best player. He's a terrific player. Not having a great game tonight, but what an example of being unselfish, unbelievable. He's a winner. He played for Miami of Florida, as you know, Carter, 2 years ago. He was in the Final Four. He's a big help to them. So giving up a scholarship so a young man from Croatia maybe didn't have the means to come, you know, to play here and pay his way because no scholarship, 13 limits. So a great example of unselfishness by Harlan Beverly. A tremendous play. He's the leader of their team on and off the court.
Oh, Ballard off the inbound. They go right to the big man on the inbound, and the 5th-year senior gives Wichita State a 9-point lead.
The big dog. Let the big dog eat. He's hungry. The other big fella.
5. Oh, awkward pass there. Thetford, the freshman, misses. Foul underneath as Washington gets tangled up with Babacar 5, and the foul will be on Corey Washington.
Wichita State has the ball and throw it up. Big guy gets it. Nice finish. Quincy Ballard, Syracuse, New York. Transfer from Florida State. Leonard Hamilton. Very good developer, big guys.
We've had 10 lead changes in this game. Western Kentucky led by 8 in the first half, but hear how quiet EA Diddle Arena is here in the second half with the Hilltoppers down by 9. Despite the efforts from McHenry and 5. That is a timeout as Wichita State beat up McHenry in the corner. We'll step aside for 30. Well, Hank Plona told us it was a tough week of practice coming out of the UAB exhibition, not because he didn't like the effort that his team played against UAB in the exhibition. So tough week of practice for the Hilltoppers. They had an early 8-point lead. Now they find themselves down by 9 halfway through the second half.
Well, they're getting tested with fire. UAB's a terrific team. Excellent year. Went to the NCAA tournament. So Wichita State, Carter, right? They've come a long way from last season, 15-19. Should be a very good team this year in the American Athletic Conference.
Colombe rebounded by Bayless. Bayless keeps it alive. McHenry with a shot clock winding down, crosses over and fires a 3. Boarded by DeGray.
Well, Western Kentucky, I'm going into the big guy. Babacar 5, let him touch the ball.
Bell nearly turns it over as Bayless gets on the deck, recovers. Bell attacks, kick to the corner, triple, won't go from McGinnis. Looks like another foul going for the rebound. Looked like Ballard kept it alive. It's on 5. Just the first personal on Babacar 5. So
wow.
Staying out of foul trouble.
It's big.
23 points, 1 foul. You would take that line for Babacar 5. Your biggest question for him is foul trouble.
Yep. You mentioned before, Card, only 7 points a game last year for the Hilltoppers.
Already has his career high. Bell misses with the left. Bai has the rebound.
I don't think we need a shot clock, Card, in this game.
No. Only
seconds.
one shot clock violation. We've had one.
I think we put them in the back.
The Gray gets the steal.
With the maintenance man, put away the shot clock.
Wichita State, who won only 2 road games last year, has a chance to go up double digits against an NCAA tournament team from a season ago. McGinnis fires another 3, spins out. Marshall has the board. Marshall attacks, drops it off for Bayless. He's bumped. Bayless will earn a trip to the free throw line.
Yep. That's what Western Kentucky's got to do now, Carter. Swing the ball side to side, get movement, put your head down, go to the basket. Try to get to the free throw line. Come back, get some points with the clock stopped on the free throw line.
Well, when you play at a high pace, you're going to give up points, but still that number, not too good from a year ago. It's 74 points per game allowed.
No, it's too many. Too many. Right now, you see 68 points, right, for the Shockers.
Bayless misses the first of 2. Again, they've been good from the free throw line tonight. That puts them at 17-23 from the stripe, but Bayless, clutch miss.
No matter what happens in this game, you got to give Coach Paul Mills, Wichita State, a lot of credit to come into this arena, right, sold out against an excellent team from Western Kentucky. Went to the NCAA tournament last year. A lot of guys back, 3 starters back. No matter what happens, I give them a lot of credit for playing this game. It's going to help their team immeasurably, no matter what happens in the next 8 minutes and 38 seconds.
Dijon Cortez back at the point for Wichita State. Ballard out there with 3 personal fouls, but he's managed it in the second half.
Love to do the pick and roll.
And they kick to the corner. Beverly puts Thetford on his feet with a crossover, and a foul called against the Hilltoppers. Looks like it is on Thetford. That is his 3rd personal.
Yep. That's what Beverly does best. Attack the basket off the bounce. He can make it 3, but he's more of a driver, a penetrator. Transfer from Miami, Florida. Coach Jim Larinaga.
Had a medical redshirt 1 year there at Miami because of a back injury. Bai steals it off the inbound. Thetford gets it. What a play by Bai to send the Hilltoppers on the run. Lander attacks. Knocked out, knocked away. Cortez.
Western Kentucky, no field goals in the last 4.5 minutes, so credit the defense now for the Shockers.
At the under 8, Wichita State by 8. Beverly gets it back somehow, finds Ballard, fouled by 5. The second on Babacar 5. Ballard will head to the free throw line with a chance to put Wichita State up by double digits on the road at Western Kentucky. Tomorrow night at 9 Eastern on CBS Sports Network, join our Inside College Football crew for a crash course on everything happening around the gridiron. The Western Kentucky Hilltoppers are 6-0, and CUSA headed to New Mexico State this Saturday. Big Red will be there. Thrilled with a football result, not so much basketball right now.
We love Big Red, Carter. One of the top 10 mascots in the country. He was a former coach. Couldn't win on the road, but he's doing a great job trying to get the West Kentucky back in there, the Hilltoppers. Look at him. He's a great man. Just had a poison offense, Carter. That's why he's a mascot.
Turns 45 this year, Big Red.
Yeah, a great mascot.
So happy 45th.
Very intense.
Big Red.
Shaking his goolie.
I mean, a tribute to the Hilltoppers and the red towels tonight. That was famous by E.A. Diddle.
Yep.
So all of the icons of Western Kentucky basketball, and they will need to summon all of the icons of Western Kentucky basketball in the last 7:47.
Yep.
Because after an 8-point lead in the first half, Ballard to the free throw line. If he hits them both, Wichita State goes up 10 with under 8 minutes to go. Here's Ballard with the first.
Well, what Western Kentucky's got to do, Carter, once again, swing the ball side to side, drive it. Don't take a 3 unless you're wide open. You're in a scoring drought right now. Try to get to the free throw line. Try to score with the clock stopped.
Largest lead of the game for either team. Wichita State by 10. Western Kentucky's gone over 5 minutes without a field goal. McHenry into the hands of McHenry, and he turns it over. Ballard picks it up off the turnover by Don McHenry. Bell in the paint, spins high off the window. Bad shot. Marshall has the rebound.
And Bell's got to calm down. A couple of his shot selections were not good. You're up 10.
Thetford launches a three and ends the drought for Western Kentucky as the freshman from Memphis hits a big triple.
Big time three.
Just the second made three of the half by Western Kentucky. Beverly off the bounce, cut off by 5, finds Ballard anyway. What a look inside for Ballard from Beverly.
Nice pick and roll. Both guys stay with the ball. Ballard's wide open.
10 points in limited minutes for Quincy Ballard. He's avoided the fourth foul. Thetford feeling it. He's fouled and will head to the free throw line for 3. The freshman rattles home a triple and now heads to the free throw line for 3.
But there's a rule in college basketball and all basketball. Never foul a shooter, but never ever foul a three-point shooter. So, not good. One of my friends, Carter, used to coach at both schools. Lanny Van Eman, a tremendous coach, was at West Virginia with the great Gail Catlett. Was at Western Kentucky, was at in Wichita. Great coach, good man. He's watching the game. He's fired up.
Thetford has his first 4 points as a hilltopper to end this drought for Western Kentucky. Misses the second, has a chance at the third. He was a big hit for Western Kentucky, rated the #5 player in the state of Tennessee out of Memphis. Cordova High School, also played at Whitehaven High School. A little anxious early, but he's given him 4, chance at 5 big points.
Yeah, once again, it's a big jump from high school to play big-time basketball with a sold-out crowd on CBS Sports Network.
It's the third, so the last 5 points come from Julius Thetford. Crowd getting back into it.
Full court zone pressure by West Kentucky, trying to get their defense to get their offense going.
Hill attacks. That's a foul on McHenry. Hand check foul.
Great matchup. 2 outstanding guards. Terrific players.
17 fouls, so 1-and-1 coming. First personal. One and one for Hill. 20 points and his Wichita State debut. Gets the front end. Big Red is upset.
Yeah, he's down. Look at Big Red.
Now he's back up.
Trying to shake the goalie for good luck. I don't know if that helps.
Hill gets them both. 22 in the game. A 9-point edge. Wichita State won last year in Wichita when Western Kentucky didn't hit a 3. Not the case tonight. Christian Lander gets to the rim.
Nice penetrate. Back to the 2-2-1. 3/4 court zone press. Try to get some deflections and some steals.
DeGray off the bounce, attacks, draws another foul. Another 1-and-1 coming. Let's go back to Lander's bucket.
Yep. Attacking the basket, the left-hander. Excellent move. Christian Lander, 6'3" graduate student from Evansville, Indiana. Transfer from the Hoosiers, University of Indiana. Very athletic.
The foul was on Thetford. That is his 4th. Sending DeGray, and he hits the front end of the 1-and-1. So, mentioned the clutch free throw shooting being an issue last year for Wichita State. They are knocking him down the stretch in this one. Until the miss from DeGray. Marshall crosses over, attacks. Lander thought about the 3, turns it over, stolen away by Justin Hill. A clutch steal from Hill. Now he attacks Lander. Stops. Hill gives it up. And gets it right back. Attacks Lander again. Steps back. Hill launches a 3. It's short. Rebound taken by Thetford. Continues out there with 4 personal fouls. Thetford attacks, missed it, follows his miss, and hits it. Thetford, well, Hank Plona leaves him out there with 4 personals, and his second half scoring boost, trying to lead Western Kentucky back. He has 7 off the bench in the second half.
Great job. Only a freshman from Memphis, Tennessee. Got hit.
Beverly misses off the window. Rebound. Lander brings it down. Hilltoppers on the run. Thetford tries a 3 in transition. Heat check. Cortez has the rebound.
Just say calm down now. Get a good shot.
Hank Plona in game 1 as Western Kentucky head coach trying to get the Hilltopper fans on their feet. Cortez, nice look inside, and 1 as Bosniak finishes with a foul on Marshall.
Nice pick and roll with Bosniak. A terrific pass inside. Nice finish. Big hoop for the Shockers.
Second personal on Marshall. Bosniak.
Great pass by Bijan Carter.
That was Bosniak's first bucket as a Shocker.
Yep. A little tentative. Once again, it's a big jump. A lot more athleticism, quickness, and speed than is used to.
Worth repeating, he was only cleared by the NCAA on Friday. And now he finishes off a 3-point play. Wichita State leads it by 9 again. Bosniak subs out. Quincy Ballard back in. The big men have played extremely well for Wichita State. Ballard and Bosniak.
You mentioned before, Carter. Bosniak's a big key to the team. Come in. If Ballard gets in foul trouble or he's struggling a little bit. Need some depth.
Bayless off the bench to run point. Splits the double. Stopped in the paint. Into the corner, Lander covered up by Bell. 9 to shoot. Bayless drops it off. 5, power dribble, and finishes with a foul on Bell. 5 has a chance at a 3-point play. Comes away hobbling, but he'll head to the free throw line. The 4th personal foul on Xavier Bell.
Nice penetration, attacking the basket. Boom, dumps it off. Bayless, nice pass inside to Babacar 5. So hope he's okay. Came up. Let's see, I think he might have came down on the foot.
Already has a career high 25. The staff raved about his off-season work, and it's showing up tonight.
Yeah.
This is the free throw, though.
Yeah, 20, as you know, against UAB in exhibition game. A terrific team. NCAA tournament team. So Babacar 5 is the real deal.
Ballard comes out to screen for Cortez. Now into the hands of Justin Hill.
Run the pick and roll.
Hill left alone with Lander, 7 to shoot. Hill behind the back, step back, drills it, Justin Hill. 24 in the game. Hill took it 1-on-1.
Justin Hill, more moves than a can of worms. Terrific player.
Marshall on the wing. Time getting short for Western Kentucky. Marshall attacks, lost it, but he was touched on the baseline. Western Kentucky ball.
Last year, Wichita State needed a point guard. They went to the portal, shaking and baking, moving up and down. Bang! Justin Hill. He's not a point guard. He's a points guard. Taking over the game.
Behind 11 made threes, Wichita State leads by 9 on the road at Western Kentucky. It was turnovers early for Wichita State, and 3-point shooting has carried them tonight.
Unbelievable. Knocking down from way downtown. That time, McGinnis from way downtown. They're sharing it. Excellent move from way downtown here. Xavier Bell. They're sharing it. As you mentioned, caught 11 threes. They only made just about 7 last year, so there you go. Keys to the game. Wichita State, rebound margin, no, only up 1. That's not good enough. Take care of the rock. Too many turnovers, 14. 15 points for Western Kentucky. Push the pace for Western Kentucky. No, not as much. 71 points. Lockdown D, no. Giving up 80 points. So right now the Shockers are doing their keys, but unfortunately, so far, Western Kentucky's not doing theirs.
Those are your keys, Pete. I'm going to give you one that may be the key to this game. Wichita State, 10 first-half turnovers, only 4 in the second half.
That's right, Carter. You peel back the onion. I can't find the onion. You're peeling back.
Off the inbound, Phi gets it to McHenry. Foul on the floor. Got a 1-and-1 coming now. Double bonus, rather. 2 shots coming. Third personal on Ronnie DeGrade the third. So coming out of the timeout, they run a play, and now Phi's holding his hand out. So maybe looked like maybe an ankle on the last trip down for Phi, and now he's flexing his right hand.
Right.
26 in the game for Babacar Phi, who averaged 7.5 last year. Hill has the rebound after the miss from Babacar Phi. So an 8-point edge for Wichita State, just over 3 minutes to go.
Key now, the Shockers got to take care of the basketball. Good shot selection.
Well, it is quiet here at EA Diddle Arena with a nearly sold-out crowd. Hill kicks the 3 from DeGray. Brick, rebound, run down by Marshall. Big board for the Hilltoppers. McHenry shot fake, thought about the 3, finds Lander. He fires a deep 3. Boarded by Hill. Hill now with 7 rebounds, 6 assists to go along with his 24 points in his first game as a Shocker.
Shockers are playing really 2 point guards, Carter, as you know. Jean Cortez, a point, and Hill can score, but he's also a point guard.
Kick to the corner, another 3 missed. It's tapped out, kept alive by DeGray. Run down by Thedford. Foul is called. That will send Thedford to the line for 2 right before he turns it over. A foul is called. Second personal on Justin Hill. Thedford, 7 second-half points off the bench, 4 rebounds in the game. Oh, big free throw miss. That's the second big free throw miss from the freshman Thedford.
Rough.
Western Kentucky needs this one. Got it.
Got to get some steals down. 1-2-1-1 zone press by Western Kentucky. Trying to get a trap in the corner. Throw it to the middle. Trap him.
There's the trap. Hill uses a timeout. Still leads Wichita State with 2. So, Pete, exactly what you were looking for. The trap, Wichita State. Fortunate that you got those timeouts in your pocket. Hill uses one here.
Exactly. That's a point guard. Justin Hill, veteran guy, 5th-year player. So, good decision. Don't try to get out of there when you're in trouble. Good trap that time by Western Kentucky.
Wichita State after the tough one on the road. Then you have 3 straight at home. And then coming up the tough test versus Florida State or Wake Forest down the road. So Wichita State gets to go home. I mean, again, they won only 2 road games last year. This would be monumental.
Exactly. St. Louis has picked one of the top teams of the A-10, so that won't be easy. Minnesota, Big Ten team. Florida Wake, 2 excellent. So they got a tough schedule. They're getting ready for a great league, American Athletic Conference.
Well, it is already proven Paul Mills' point. Are we tough enough to win on the road? Well, they're tough enough to have a 7-point edge with 2:12 to go.
Yep.
So we wanted to see how his team would respond. You go on the road, packed house, an NCAA tournament team from a year ago. How do you respond? And Wichita State has proven they're tough enough.
Exactly. veteran team. The oldest teams in the country, Carter, with minutes and veterans. So tough physical team, well coached, two terrific teams.
DeGray gets it across, fouled. As Colombe was going for the steal. Will be another 2 shots. That's the second personal on Colombe, but I mean, you can't blame him for going for the steal at this point, right?
No, you got it, of course. 2:04 left. But you got to like Western Kentucky also, Carter. They got a chance to go back to the big dance again. Once again, they're playing without one of their starters, Blaze Cater. 6'11", redshirt senior. Hopefully get him back. He's got a knee bruise.
Free throw shooting in the second half for Wichita State, 9 for 12. So they're knocking them down the stretch. They get 10 for 13. DeGray has 9 points to go along with 7 rebounds. Coming off the bench tonight for the 5th-year senior. Every second matters now for Western Kentucky. McHenry with under 2 minutes to go. Shockers send 2 defenders at McHenry, so here's Phi. Bayless, too much time, taken away and stolen away. Bayless turns it over into the hands of Beverly, who attacks. Can't finish, but a foul called on Braxton Bayless.
Yep.
Critical turnover by Western Kentucky.
Harlan Beverly led the team in steals last year, Carter. Great move. There's all little things that help you win. He helped Miami, Florida go to the big Final Four 2 years ago. Nice steal. Off Bayless.
11 steals in the game for Wichita State. Beverly somehow spins that one in. Not a huge scoring night from Beverly, but an all-around solid game. I mean, 9 points. He averaged 11 last year. They thought he would be a bigger scorer this year, but Hill carries the scoring load. Beverly hits the clutch free throws. He's got 10 points now.
He helps them win. Only 2 for 11 from the field, but he rebounds, he gets steals, he gets good defense, good on-ball defense.
McHenry missed 3. Phi has the rebound. Kick out. Thedford triple. Well, Thedford's given him 11 off the bench in the second half. But Wichita State breaks the pressure again. Ballard, power dribble. Phi called for a foul. Going for the block on Ballard. We've seen some tough tumbles from Babacar Phi in the second half.
Yeah. You got to keep looking for Babacar Phi a little more, Carter.
Credit Quincy Ballard for playing through foul trouble. He sat most of the first half, picked up an early 3rd foul in the second half. He has managed to avoid the 4th and 5th and stay on the floor for Wichita State and be a big presence in the second half, both ends.
Xavier Bell's back in now. That'll be John Cortez.
Ballard misses them both. Western Kentucky, a glimmer. Bayless attacks straight to the rim. Big bucket, Braxton Bayless. Down by 6, over a minute to go. Some life for the Hilltoppers. Hill gets it across, breaks the pressure.
Nice to have a veteran point guard like Hill, 5th-year senior. Played at Georgia longer, we talked about before.
Under a minute to go, Western Kentucky playing D, not fouling. Into the hands of Hill. Shot clock winding down. Now Thedford gives a foul. That is his 5th. So they use all that time. Hank Pone is, I don't think that's what he wanted at all, as the shot clock gets under 10 before Thedford fouls, and now he fouls out.
Tough spot with 46 seconds to go. I agree, Carter. Should have fouled earlier. Not at all.
I mean, Hank Plona may be trying to hide his disappointment right now, but I doubt that's what he wanted there.
No, you're right.
So Thedford, who was a huge boost, 11 points all in the second half off the bench in his first game as a Hilltopper, but he is fouled out. So they'll bring Christian Lander back in the game. Hope for a couple more free throw misses.
Yeah, you're right. Thedford did a great job. 6'4" freshman from Memphis.
A coaching moment between Plona and Thedford.
Being positive with him. Yeah.
Hill for 2. Misses. That's 3 straight free throw misses for Wichita State. Difference between a 2-possession game and a 3-possession game with a make by Hill. That's a clutch free throw, even if he missed the first.
Yep.
Western Kentucky needs something in a hurry. Lander into the front court, attacks on Bell. Lander floats it, quick 2.
Left-hander.
Back to a 5-point game. Here comes the pressure from the Hilltoppers. DeGray gets it across. Bell crosses the timeline, gets past McHenry. Keep away for Wichita State. Now they want to give a foul. Lander gives it on Ronnie DeGray III. Go for the quick 2 here for the Hilltoppers on their last trip.
Christian Land attacking the back. Nice stop and go dribble. Left-hander with a nice little jump hook. Christian Lander, graduate from Evansville, Indiana.
This is the 29th free throw attempt of the game for Wichita State. It's another miss, and the Shocker fans are shaking right now because this is how they lost a number of games in a 19-loss season last year. DeGray misses the second, and then a foul is called.
Oh, boy.
The Hilltoppers will go to the line for 2.
Wow.
I mean, 90 feet away.
2-possession game right now.
So DeGray misses 2 and then fouls. That's his 4th personal. That far away from the hoop, you send him to the free throw line and stop the clock. Phi is 8 for 14 from the line tonight. A lot of free throws from both sides. Rolls in. We have a 4-point game as the Hilltoppers try to come back. Wichita State led by 11 with 1:45 to go. And just over a minute later, the Hilltoppers have a chance to cut it to 3. Babacar Phi with his 28th point of the night cuts it to 3. Can the Hilltoppers pull off a stunner? Trailing by 11 with 1:45 to go. They're now down by 3. Inbound goes to Hill. Foul quickly given. Hill will head to the free throw line. Looks like Lander gets the foul. That'll be his 3rd personal. But a quick foul, just 0.3 seconds tick away.
That was good. If you're the Shockers, you want Justin Hill taking it. Even though he's missed a couple, you want your best player taking the free throws in money time, your point guard.
He is 3 for 5 from the line tonight. The Shockers' free throw percentage has tumbled late in this second half. He gets the first of 2. 2-possession game. Although we've had 3 3-point shooters fouled in this game. Hill gets them both. Hilltoppers in a hurry again. Bayless into the front court. Bayless gets to the rim. Quick 2. 22.9. Timeout. Hank Plono will use his final timeout and a 3-point game.
Yep. Great game. Tremendous opener. Tremendous opener on CBS Sports Network. 2 terrific teams. Wichita State from the AAC and a terrific team, Western Kentucky from Conference USA.
A tremendously difficult non-conference schedule for Western Kentucky. At Grand Canyon is next. Lipscomb's a pretty good team. Marshall's a pretty good team. Hey, Kentucky's a pretty good team. They play at Grand Canyon, at Kentucky, at Michigan, Marshall and Lipscomb at home. I mean, that is a really tough non-conference for the Hilltoppers.
Yep. Hank Plono is a lot braver than me, Carter. They said we take different type of groups. But there's a lot of ways to do things. You want to play a tough schedule, but you got to pick your poison.
Well, more than a few Hilltopper fans left this game when they were down by 11 with 1:45 to go. But the faithful who believed are happy they're still here because Western Kentucky has a chance to pull off a stunner with 22.9 to go. Important to note, 0 timeouts left for Western Kentucky. 2 in the bank for Wichita State, so the Hilltoppers will pressure, and the Shockers have a chance to call timeout if they get trapped.
It's important now to get the ball in bounds, obviously, for Wichita State. Don't get buried in the corner, Carter. Try to get the ball into the free throw line area if possible, and come to meet it. Don't just abandon. Guys are at half court. It might be a big guy. Come try to get the ball at the top of the key. Catch it, just turn around and look.
Hank Plona's first game as Hilltopper head coach. Looked like he was headed for a double-digit loss. Instead, it's a nail-biter with 22.9.
Yeah.
Ball handlers out there for Wichita State.
Yep. Taking the ball out of bounds now.
It's at 5 on the baseline.
Xavier Bell.
5 on the baseline, running the baseline, get it into Hill. Hill gets out of the pressure, trying to foul. Lander trying to get him from behind, and there's the foul given by Lander on Hill. Had to chase him down. 4 personals on Lander. Hill back to the free throw line.
Yep. Great out of bounds play that time by Coach Paul Mills. Get it in bounds. Got the ball to his point guard.
It's off the made basket, so a chance to run, and then
exactly
5 on the baseline, the out of bounds play. Hill hit them both last time. Has had a couple of free throw misses down the stretch, but got 2 of 2 on the last trip. Get the first here. 2-possession game again. Gray will come back in for defense. Cortez to the bench.
If I bank my first one, I'm gonna shoot it. I stay in the line. Don't stay where you were.
Hill gets them both. Bayless running point for the Hilltoppers. It's it to Lander, fires the 3. Lander won't go, boarded by Justin Hill. Into the hands of the star point guard for Wichita State, and he is headed back to the free throw line. And what has been a tremendous debut game for Justin Hill for Wichita State. He has 29 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and a chance to all but clinch it on this trip to the foul line. His career high was 29 at Longwood. This breaks it. 30 in his debut with Wichita State.
Into the game for the Hilltoppers, number 15, Jack Hero.
Hill. 91 on the board for Wichita State on the road. McHenry lost it. Bayless, time winding down. Finds Columbus. It's blocked by Washington, and that seals a shocking win for Wichita State. 91-84 on the road. Wichita State wins it at Western Kentucky. Behind 31 points from Justin Hill in his first game as Wichita State's point guard. Paul Mills said, "Are we tough enough to win on the road?" A resounding yes. But we asked him about Justin Hill. Is he the piece you wanted? Absolutely. And he proves it in game number 1 with the Shockers. 9 for 11 from the free throw line down the stretch for Justin Hill. The clutch free throws to win it for Wichita State. Only 2 road wins a year ago. They are 1-0 to begin the season, 1-0 on the road. Western Kentucky, a valiant come-from-behind effort in the closing minutes of this one, but Western Kentucky loses its first game with Hank Plona as head coach. The Hilltoppers are 0-1 to begin the new season. 11 made threes in the game for Wichita State. They turned it over 10 times in the first half, but only 4 times in the second half. So the made threes for Wichita State carry the game. And Pete is with Justin Hill.
I'm here with Justin Hill, Carter, as you said. Great game, 31 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. How'd you do it?
My teammates got me in the right positions, and I tried to capitalize and execute what the coach had planned for us, and I give all the glory to my teammates.
How important was this game to go on the road against a team that went to the NCAA tournament last year? How important was this for the Shockers?
It was very important. You know, we knew they were a good team. We wanted to test ourselves early and get us a win on the road, and that's what we did.
How can you do in the AAC now? It's a great league. How do you think you guys will do this season?
I think this team has a high ceiling, you know. We don't get too high, we don't get too low. We come to practice, put in work every day, and I feel good going into conference.
That's great. Well, congratulations. Great win. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Justin Hill, the fifth-year senior from Houston. The basketball journey's taken him through Longwood in Georgia and now to Wichita State. Game number 1 is a shocker. A career-high 31 points. And Wichita State wins it 91-84. Stunning Western Kentucky. For Pete Gill and our entire crew, I'm Carter Blackburn. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Wichita State 91-84 over Western Kentucky. Coming up after the break, it's Big Ten replay, Oregon at Michigan.